Lily Strummer was 21 and was one of the few Pack doctors. She remained very secluded from others during school, and at the age of 14 she went ahead and enrolled into college. She was very bright, and with no other distractions, she was dedicated to her studies. Everyone else her age was interested in finding their mate, but Lily never had much interest. In fact, she hoped she never found her mate. She knew he would end up rejecting her anyways, and there was only a few people who accepted her for the way she was. Since she had led a life of seclusion, she had become accustomed to it being that way. Do not even get her started on her wolf, Kira. Kira was abnormally large for a female wolf, and unlike most wolves, she was not very social. In fact, she was often jested about going rogue. She was rough and liked a challenge. Honestly, she was even larger than many alpha males, and her presence was very dominant. She was an enormous, all-black wolf with emerald eyes that pierced into the soul. Despite Lily being excluded from her pack, she was a strong-willed young lady and would readily oppose anyone if the need ever arose. She was self-confident in her appearance and in herself. She never considered herself stunningly beautiful, but she had heard the guys from school always complain how the hottest girl had to be so scary. She was only 5'4". She was so tiny while her wolf was huge. She had bright, shiny blonde hair, green eyes, a round bubble butt, a tiny waist, and well-developed breasts. She heard girls swoon about Tyler Locke and how attractive he was, but she never partook in those conversations. They really didn't matter to her at the time, but it did now. She looked up at this 6'2", amazingly sculpted specimen in front of her. He only had shorts on, and his bare chest and muscles were sculpted and bulging. He looked to be about the same age as her. His hair was black as night, and his eyes were a beautiful gray color. Simply put, he was mouth-wateringly attractive. It was as if his body was blessed by the gods. Her eyes met with his, and she heard the word she never wanted to hear. Mate.